I heard that you've been doubting yourself again, and you're watching this video now. Well, let me tell you something. Even though those voices inside your head are telling you you're not good enough, smart enough, pretty enough, capable enough to achieve any of the goals and dreams you have in your life, even though they're always doing that and like yapping and talking inside your brain, it's time to shush them and to quiet them down, okay? Hello everyone, and welcome once again to this channel. Today we are going to talk about self-doubt. This is something that it's probably holding many of us back and stopping us from achieving our dreams, from believing in ourselves and our capability of achieving things. So I'm here to literally help you understand where is this self-doubt coming from and how do you deal with it? Because self-doubt is a thing. But lucky for you, I'm here to help you. So let's jump straight into the video. So the first thing we're going to talk about is exactly recognizing your inner critic. And this basically means that you need to be able to recognize when are these thoughts coming into your mind? Where are they coming from? When exactly do they happen? Like, do they happen when you are with other people? Do they happen when you are mostly alone? Do they happen when you are with certain family members? After you recognize when exactly this is happening, and what specific thoughts are coming into your mind, the voices inside your head, they're literally just related to past experiences and fear of the future that you have, okay? These voices are not real, they're not facts, they're not the truth about who you are. So really understand, and the next time you're like doing this and you're seeing where are these voices coming from, what are they saying, and treat this with love and compassion. Don't be frustrated or angry like, oh, why am I thinking this way? I'm so stupid, I'm this, that shouldn't be like that. It's normal for you to have those voices inside your head. So don't be so hard on yourself and try to see it from a different lens and try to treat it as if it was your inner child that was going through that. And let me ask you something. Would you treat a child like with such anger and frustration and fear? No. So don't be so hard on yourself when you are discovering these thoughts and understanding where are they coming from, because that's the only way you will actually heal. Taking care of yourself as well as your thoughts and emotions. Okay, so after this, I want you to replace your negative thoughts, those voices in your head that are telling you all the negative stuff, okay? I want you to replace them with positive thoughts about yourself, because trust me, sometimes it may not look like you have qualities, and it's hard to pick qualities and find qualities about yourself, okay? It can be hard sometimes, but trust me, you have a lot of them, okay? You have a lot of them, but sometimes you're choosing to ignore it, or you're choosing to like being blind about it. Like there's a bunch of qualities in front of you, about you, and you're just like this. I can't see anything. There's nothing. There's no good qualities. They're literally in front of you. Just take your hand away from your eyes and you will see them. Okay, you're going to replace those thoughts with positive things. Your strengths, there's a bunch of them. I see them everywhere, and I don't even have to know you. Listen, your past successes, because yes, you had so many things in your life, and listen to me, you are here today. Ask yourself, how many times was I falling, hoping that someone could save me? I went through so many bad moments and hurdles in my life, and I'm still here. You should ask yourself that, like, damn, all of those times you went through on your own, crying, you know, you're here today. And this literally proves once again that those voices were wrong because, well, if they were telling you we're not good enough and you were not going to make it, why are you still here? This is literally one more thing that you have in your life to prove those voices wrong. And here you are, standing, slaying, okay? So you're here. Congratulations, you are here, which literally proves your past voices, those thingies that were making noise in your head, wrong once again. So after this, I think one of the most important things when dealing with self-doubt is practicing self-compassion. So this basically revolves around you being understanding, and I'm just going back to the love and compassion that you need to show for yourself when you are dealing with self-doubt. So treat yourself as you would treat a friend having the same doubts about themselves. So imagine, just like I said before, your inner child. Imagine you're talking to them and you're trying to understand them and make them feel heard and listen and not judged or scared or angry about thinking that way and believing in those voices, you know? It doesn't matter what the feeling is, but you need to treat yourself as you would treat a friend that is having these same problems and these same doubts about themselves. You can't be hard on yourself. Like, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has these hurdles and these not so good moments in their lives. And that's totally normal for you to experience. It's totally normal for you to be going through this. Don't beat yourself too much for having to deal with this on your own. I know that we are not really like we are to our friends when it comes to having love for ourselves and acceptance and understanding. It can be really hard for you to see yourself treating yourself through a lens of you talking to a friend. Of course, it's not the same thing. Like, we are not our friends, we are ourselves. And at the end of the day, we are the only people that is truly going to know us 100%. Okay, there's no one in this world, not even our close relatives, not even family or best friends or our partners, they are never going to know what we know about ourselves. And that's totally fine, because I mean, it's impossible to know someone 100%. So you're never going to know someone as you know yourself. You know yourself better than anyone in this world, you know? So you really need to take extra time and extra love and acceptance for yourself, because let me remind you, you are the only person that's gonna stay by your side until the day you die. That's basically it. It's one of the biggest truths. So it's best for you to treat yourself with the love and acceptance that you deserve. So the next thing I want to talk about is taking action despite fear. This is a really important thing when dealing with self-doubt, because this is the one thing that I talked about earlier, which is proving those voices wrong. But instead of just proving those voices wrong with facts and like words, you know, you are going to prove them wrong with actions. Okay, so I'm gonna give like a practical example. Let's say there's a voice inside your head telling you that you are not good enough to cook like a specific cake. I know this is like a random example, but that's actually like all I can remember right now, because I'm actually hungry, so yeah. You cannot bake that cake because you are not good enough, okay? But you have the recipe written down, you have all the ingredients, all the steps, you just need to follow them and, you know, you can bake a cake. But there's this voice like yapping too much, telling you like, oh, you're not good enough of a cook. You're gonna burn the cake and people are not going to be able to eat it because you are a terrible cook. You can't even like mix flour with sugar. just really stupid things that your brain begins to make you believe, and you actually start believing them. But here's the trick. Instead of just using words, you are going to use actions. And with this specific example, you are actually going to bake a cake. Go get the ingredients, get them all in a bowl, mix them, get it to the oven. After you bake that cake, you take it out of the oven and you taste it, and you tell yourself, this is actually very good. I was able to bake a cake on my own. And that is gonna boost your self-esteem up to the roof. Let me tell you how many times there was like these voices inside my head like, oh, you can't do this because you're not good enough. Oh, what other people are going to think, or blah, 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 blah. You know what I did? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I believe I am good enough, and these voices in my head are not facts. So I took action and I decided to prove those voices wrong. This is a very good trick because it's not only going to quiet your voice and literally prove it wrong, it's actually gonna boost your self-confidence up to the roof. And the more you do it, the more confidence you have in yourself, and the more you start questioning those voices, and the more quiet they become. So the last thing I want to talk about is surrounding yourself with supportive people. I know that major part of what self-doubt really is, this really goes down to your battle with your own self, with your own thoughts. And it is really important for you to also surround yourself with supportive people, because you're not on this journey alone. Like, a lot of people, like everyone in this world, experiences self-doubt. There's a bunch of people who can uplift you and who believe in you. And if no one has said this to you today, I'm going to say it. I believe in you. I believe in the amazing person you are and the amazing person you will be. Look for people who uplift you, who make you feel good, who make you feel heard, seen, loved, okay? And focus on them. Focus on those relationships with them and nourish them. Seek people who actually encourage you and show you a different perspective of things, because that's also really important in the journey of overcoming self-doubt, because you are actually listening to these voices in a certain perspective. If you actually have an opinion of someone else, or you talk about these doubts inside your head with someone else, they're probably going to understand like what's going on and show a different perspective to you and make you see these things through another lens. And that's also very important, because you're not only stuck on your perspective. You need to see this like in multiple ways, so you understand it better and you understand it in a clearer and more cleaner perspective. Something else that is very important for you to surround yourself with is positive affirmations. Okay? It doesn't matter if you actually need to write them down on like a board full of affirmations. You have a lot of them on Pinterest. You can print them out and just put them like somewhere in your room. So as soon as you wake up or before you go to bed, you look at them and you constantly remind yourself that these are the things that are true. And these are the things that you need to focus on. You know, it doesn't matter how you do it, how you prefer to do it. Do you prefer to have it on your phone or on your wallpaper? Do what's best for you and the thing that you like the most. But really try to surround yourself with these positive affirmations, these visual reminders, okay? You can actually have like images if you prefer. It's like this phrase says, out of sight, out of mind. So if you are not seeing these things, if you're not reading these things, you can also read them in books, you are going to forget about them eventually because they're not on your sight. You're not seeing them. And vision and sight is really important when it comes to remembering things and learning things. These visual reminders are really important because you are constantly seeing and focusing on those things. And that's the thing that you want. Those are the things that you want. So it makes you feel more focused and motivated to achieve it. We have reached the end of today's video. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope this video could be helpful to you in any possible way. And remember, self-doubt is really common, so don't be too hard on yourself over it. And those voices, they're not real. They are not real, they're not you. So you know what you have to do. Keep slaying, keep doing you, and see you on the next video. Bye guys.